I've been doing a shit ton of CEUs for 489D, you know? And one I came across that was pretty cool was the body swing connection in golf. And I took that. It was a pretty cool course. And I learned a lot. I was kind of expecting to be kind of some bullshit, but it talked about like the swing mechanics and different postures, like kyphotic posture, lower dosis.
I would be interested. I would actually be interested in that.
It's an ACE one.
I'd be interested in that.
It's like a 2-hour one. You get 0.2 CE.
Because like that's a pretty good like one to have.
And it's really good because it shows you like the different type of golfers. Here, let me bring up the.
And also just from like a monetary perspective, like golf, like there's money in golf.
Yeah, he talks about that a lot. The guy that did the thing. He lives up in like the Oregon area, and he said he has like literally gyms just dedicated to like rotary sports. Not necessarily just golf, but like pitchers, throwers, baseball players, footballs, you know, any kind of rotary sport. Because it's similar kind of mechanics, you know. And he has multiple gyms based around that stuff. And he talks about it a lot throughout the course. It's a niche kind of market, and not a lot of people are in it, and you can make pretty good money doing that. So I was like, bet. But off the rip, they talk about like the mobility stability model, which is cool. And then they go over assessments, like lat length test, pelvic tilt, seated trunk rotation, overhead squat, pelvic rotation, power testing, all these different kind of assessments. And then they go over different type of golfers. So golfer A is like S posture versus C posture. C posture is, kyphotic kind of, shoulder blades protracted, that type of thing. And then S posture is tight lower back, inhibited core muscles. And it explains when they have these different kind of postures, like their limitations and their swing flaws, like what happens throughout their swing and the projection of where the ball goes based on their posture. And then B is like hanging back / reverse spine angle. And then golfer C is like early extension. And they just explain all the different flaws and how to assess and look for what type of golfer they are. And then they also explain this video analysis tool. I think it's called V1. I downloaded it, but I haven't really used it yet. Haven't had the chance. And then they give a lot of different exercises for improving their limitations. And then they also give some business stuff at the end. I would highly recommend. It's pretty cool.
So it's ACE what? Like ACE?
It's just the ACE CE. Well, they call them CECs.
The body swing connection?
Yeah, body swing connection in golf.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that.
Look it up on there. It's pretty legit.
Because my one client I was training with, like, remember last year, the guy with kind of like the disability, his hands a little messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a golfer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of hard to figure out exercises sometimes or work around it. But we were doing some like rotary stuff and some power stuff. But and I did find some exercises that would translate to golf. But I'm sure that's just more in depth and thorough.
Yeah.
And that's something when I was training him, I was like, I would be interested in
Well, I play golf, and a lot of my clients play golf. My dad, I've been training him. My dad's friend, he plays golf with my dad. And then my client David that I brought up, that's possibly doing the triathlon, he's a golfer too. So I was like, because I was trying to find CUs that actually are meaningful, because I gotta do a shit ton of them, So I was trying to find some that I actually I can kind of pull something from. And that was a really good one. And then also, he brought up, if you want to go a little bit farther into it, he's certified through the Titleist Performance Institute, TPI, like a certified golf instructor or whatever, like a specialist.
So did I tell you that he's technically my nephew, but he's older than me. He's a golf like a course pro at Pelican Hill.
I think you did tell me about
Yeah,
this.
now he's a special event manager now too. But they paid for him to go to I don't know what they actually teach you how to break down a swing and be a a legitimate coach, like a course pro.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's like he learns a lot of that stuff as well. You know.
I'm sure.
I mean, he doesn't have like a personal training or like a kinesiology background, but
Yeah.
just golf. You know. So.
Well, they were talking about it, like at his facility, he has all different kind of a continuity of care, almost kind of like we were talking about last week. For the golfers, you have you're like your golf expert, like the person that's, helps you with your swing and like on course
right?
technique, like on course kind of stuff. And then you have your trainer, who is more like physiological, like making sure, your training and how you're performing and like the physiological kind of aspects of it to prep you.
And like improving like what raw strength and power. You know.
Yeah, and then mobility, stability, the.
So you can develop a relationship with like course pros and like those guys
Yeah.
to like yeah.
And yeah, that's essentially what he was talking about.
Yeah.
And then more on like the medical side of it, like massage therapist, this, that, and the other. I forget all the exact titles. But he has like that whole continuity of care, like 4 or 5 different experts that report to this one particular golfer, and he works with a ton of PGA Tour guys. I forget the guy's name. I followed him on Instagram. He's really cool. But just these 4 or 5 different experts who all are pretty familiar with golf and know it, but they specialize in one particular aspect of it, and they all kind of talk and make sure the athlete's getting exactly what they need, and that's like that's pretty sick. That's something I'd like to kind of eventually work up to.